Let's start with the good before we get into some of those questions and angst. Back-to-back starts from Connelly early where he was unbelievably good. Whatever else happens around him, you have to like what you saw from the young pitcher.
Yeah, and that's something we've been talking about the whole season, right? Like, if we pitch, we're gonna be okay, and he's part of the equation now. That's a really good lineup. They do damage against left-handed pitching, and to pitch in Sacramento where the ball flies and strike out 11 and be under control, that was one thing. And then yesterday, his first outing at Fenway, and you see him in the clubhouse, you see him in the pregame meeting, and the way he behaved on the mound, that was eye-opening. Very calm, uses all his pitches, understands when to expand, control the running game yesterday. So that was great to see.
Well, Alex, love you, mean it, but now I'm going to have to be the bad guy and ask a tough question or two. So, one, whose decision was it to pull early at 80? Was that something that was preordained to start the game off?
I made the decision.
You did? That was your call to pull him at 5 1/3. It was looking good.
Yep.
I know he has one guy on, and then subsequently, why Weissert in that spot? Only because I know I've been at some of these games as well. I've seen him, the Tolley outing as well. Runners inherited score position score back in July. I believe it was July 2nd. Came into a game, had a tough spot. I feel like clean innings benefit him well, but I wasn't sure if that was gut, numbers, or both.
No. I think right now where we at with Slayton, we prefer him in clean innings. Obviously, he's building up. So the other righty that we have is Zach Kelly, who can go multiple innings. So you keep him in the bullpen as long as possible. And if something happens, then you bring him later in the game. But with Wise, he's thrown the ball well, and he got the big out. He got the righty out.
Yeah.
And, he made a mistake on the fastball right down the middle. And we talk about that situation. And for me, men at first, 3-2 count, and we wanted him to chase up. I don't mind the walk there. You go up, he swings at it. It's a strikeout. He doesn't swing at it. It's a walk, and you move on to the next guy. So, he's been good for us the whole season, and he's one of the righties that we trust.
While you clearly have reasoning behind every decision you make, when it goes sideways, when it doesn't work out the way you want, do you second guess? Do you agonize? Because everybody else does, right? Everybody on the outside.
I don't second guess, but I go home and you think about it, right? And it's one of those that for a while there, whenever we made a move, it worked out, right? And it didn't work out yesterday. It didn't work out. I was just looking at some of them, and the Tolley one. We talk about it, and that's the reason we brought him in too with men at first. I think everybody gets caught up. Oh, he's 5 1/3, but that guy gets on, he's second and third, and we're gonna have to make a move there, and you're gonna put him in a tougher spot as a reliever. Second and third, one out. First and second, one out, and then you really have to make pitches.
Okay, we'll talk about no politics at the dinner table. We will not talk about October right now. That has been banned from the program. Right?
It's not banned. The question was about the third catcher in October. So
because there's so many different things we'd love to. I know you're not there yet, and I'm not sure if you're a superstitious man or not. I know you want to focus one game at a time. You got 11 left, and last night was a tough one, and you'd love to pick up a few more that could give you distance between the Guardians and really secure this wild card spot. But has Connelly early pitched well enough, even though it's only in 2 starts, to secure that 4th spot either the remainder of the way, or should you need a 4th starter in the postseason?
He's pitching on Sunday, so I think that tells you the whole story, right? And it's not that, we can talk about how young he is and all that, but pitchability comes into play, and he has a lot of weapons. And, the fastball plays, but the off-speed pitches, they're really good. And there's something about being under control on the mound that really gets my attention. And, he's been with us, 10 days, and it feels like he's been with us for 3 months, he's not in awe of what's going on. Now he's getting ready for his next start for Tampa. He was in the video room, looking at video, looking at scouting report. So, that means a lot to us, and we know we can trust him.
I just wanted to follow up. So Tolley, obviously, it's almost like a show, really. He's such a larger-than-life human being and so emotional and demonstrative, but Early has this quiet calm about him. Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know, but they're the total opposite, but good kids,
Yeah.
And actually, early in the clubhouse, he's loud. He's always talking to people. He has his own personality. But when it comes to pitching, he's very calm, very thoughtful. And that's talking to Jason, and to the captain, Veritek. When we met with Early in Sacramento for his start, that's the first time that I seen a rookie coming in with his notes. Usually it's like, you guys tell me and I execute. With him, he was prepared. He knew the opponent. Carlos is leading the meeting, and he's like, yeah, I like that, but we can do this too, and I was telling Jason, I said, hey, this is cool. Preparation comes into play. It's your first big league start. If I was him, I'd be like, hey man, you dial it and I'll throw it, Right. So really good pitcher, really good kid. One of the things that coming into the season, I think everybody was talking about our position players in player development, right? That was the whole talk, the big three. And if you look at the season, we have broad arms that have helped us win games, and we're in a good spot now and in the future because it's a combination of both, You have to pitch in this league to win championships. And I do believe as an organization, we're doing an amazing job with that.
Red Sox manager Alex Cora here with us at Fenway Park, WEEI Afternoons. Getting back to the October comment that gained a lot of traction. First of all,
I love it.
You kind of did it to me 3 weeks ago, maybe. I brought up bunting, and I said, was that an eye on October? And you go, no, that's an eye on September.
Yeah.
And I get that focus, but you guys have talked about October, even going back to February, I think. Like, Bregman arrives, Crochet. It's like, we plan on playing in October. That comment, do you regret saying it? Did it come off as a sign of like, I don't have faith in my team anymore? Like, how do you feel like that reacted?
No, it was more about the third catcher question. Bro, it's twice a day from Fort Myers all the way to October 28th. Let's put it that way. And sometimes you like, no, I'm not going to talk about the third catcher. Let's talk about what's going on. And we have to play better to get to October, right? And actually, I do believe the last 3 games we've been better. Yesterday, tough one offensively, but pitching-wise was good. We play okay defense. Against New York, the last 2 were good. We just have to start hitting with men in scoring position.
How often do you, because you talk to the media a lot. It's a big part of your job, not just us, but obviously.
It's the part of the job.
Yes, it is. How often do you say something and kind of immediately say, oh, because Mike Vrabel talked about it this week. He was on the Greg Hill show, 6:30. I think he phrased it, 6:30 on a Monday morning after a loss. I said something, and then it gets used against me in a court of law.
With all the respect to the 6:30 show, that's why I don't do it at 6:30.
Good for you.
They're great. I do it in Fort Myers, but that's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's a long night. You're asking, it might be a long night, and you answered the wrong question.
Right.
It's the one thing when people ask me about this job, and this is the reality of it. I hate to say it this way, but you control the narrative, right? From the first day you're on the bench in Fort Myers, all the way to the last out of hopefully the World Series, right? And there's certain days that you're on point, right? And there's certain days that you really don't want to answer questions, and you're like although I'm not there yet with Belichick, like just cut him off. But there's certain things that through the media you can accomplish, right? And I was watching MLB Network, and the quote came out, and Brian Kenny's talking about it, and Joe Madden is talking about it. Like, man, that wasn't meant to be, like it was more about the third catcher question. But it's not an easy job. And the thing here in this market compared to others, maybe Booney gets it because he does the podcast, which is tough. That's very tough. Mm-hmm. If you say something in April and it doesn't match with what you said in April, you say something in April, and then in July you say something different that doesn't match with that, you guys will bring it up.
Yep.
And I respect that. I respect that. And that's fair games, and you have good days and bad days. I guess I had a bad day that day, but you guys know how I feel about October. When you play in this place, not making it to playoffs is not acceptable. We've been really good the whole season, and one thing for sure, and this is something talking to the third base coach of the Tigers, my brother, is like you got to stay focused on what's in front of you. I think for 1 or 2 days, a lot of people are looking back here, and hey, we're 2 games behind the Yankees. We have a wild card spot right now. Let's keep going. Don't stop. We have a good baseball team. Are we hitting right now? We're not. We're not playing great, but we're playing okay. So hopefully today we win the game, we win the series tomorrow, and we go on the road.
This is New England. We live to blame our problems on other people and live in the past, Alex. You know this by now. And as far as it goes with Vrabel, like his game's done at 4 o'clock on Sunday, so he's got time to get home, get to bed. Like you're here till midnight. You can't be up at 6 in the morning answering questions at that hour.
I'm here till midnight. You don't know what time I go to bed, especially when the family's not. Like last night, the family's not in town, and you're there watching the highlights and going over the game, and it's like, oh my God, you better go to sleep, kid.
Yeah, it's 2:30. You got work tomorrow. You got to talk to the radio guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot has been connected to the offense struggling since Roman Anthony unfortunately went down.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 weeks since you announced that he was going on the DL. Can we get an update?
He's walking on the treadmill up to 25 minutes. Yesterday, he told me it was a great walk. I mean,
Is he a retired guy in Florida?
He's a 76-year-old woman.
He walked into the
We're going to take him to the Natick Mall, South Shore Plaza.
He walked into the clubhouse, and I'm like, how you feel? He's like, I'm feeling better. And where we at right now is like 25-minute walk on the treadmill. It was great. Yeah. He's feeling better. Still sore, but adding stuff to his rehab. No timetable, of course. But one thing that caught my attention yesterday was kind of like he went to my office and he's like, hey, I'm feeling better, and I haven't heard that in a while.
Because last Wednesday you gave us the update. You're like, yeah, he's still really sore. And that made us feel like, oh, so he felt the same way as when he injured it. That's no.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a while, but, he's doing everything possible to hopefully get back.
So you referenced the lineup and some of the struggles, and we've all watched them. We see that first inning against the Yankees when it looks easy, and you just boom, boom, boom. Then it goes quiet. Last night it goes quiet. How do you explain it? How do you get this lineup going? What's the common thread as to why the struggles continue?
I think how many at-bats the last 4 games or 5 games with men in scoring position, I think it's like 46, right?
Yep,
so
40-something.
The line's moving. We're getting on base. We're getting 10 hits a game. Yesterday, ref walked 3 times. As a team, we walked 5. I think Trevor has done it this season, kind of like take the humble approach with men in scoring position, right? He's been shooting the ball to right field, giving him a chance to make contact, right? Shoot it to right field. If they hang something in the zone, he can hit it over the monster. But just take what they give you. There were certain at-bats against New York, against Fried. I thought we were really, really good, 105 pitches in 5 innings, right, or 6 innings. We used the middle of the field, and we have to get back to that. Yesterday, we had bases loaded, and, there was a pitch there to Sadan. We're preaching patience, right, with the kid. He takes the first one, it's a ball. He takes the second one, it's a ball. The third one, it's a cold strike.
You weren't happy.
And he wasn't either. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, we talked to him before the game. You got to be patient. You got to be patient. He is patient. He doesn't get the call. Next pitch, it's the same spot. He swings at it, and then a changeup, he strikes out. And then Romy, who's been one of our best hitters against lefties and righties, he hits into a double play. But the one thing that I'm happy with, the line is moving. We just have to cash in now.
So you had a comment the other day, something to the effect like the way the Yankees play, and that's cool and everybody loves it, but we got to be who we are. Is that a team thing? Is that an individual?
This is where we at right now as a team. We're not hitting the ball out of the ballpark. I think the last homer with men in scoring position was ref in Sacramento, and this is who we are right now.
Yep.
So, yeah, we got guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but they're not right now, so let's cash in. The Yankees, that's what they do. They hit homers. Us, we have to get on base, run the bases well, put them in play, and score runs.
So Bayo's ERA the last 3 starts is over 5.6. So I'm just curious because he had a great August, and it's been up a little bit recently. Feeling good? Is he tired? Is everything? Because he's about to hit his inning, the highest innings total for a season as well.
No, he's feeling good. The one against the Yankees, he was off in that first inning, right? Hit by pitch, and we walked Judge, and Rice hit the double. But stuff-wise, he's in a good place. He hit 98, 99 in Arizona, so no concerns.
Okay. Will Abreu, update, close, day-to-day? Could we see him?
Day-to-day, and
maybe
just talked to him
tomorrow?
I just talked to him, and he feels okay. He hit live BP on Monday. That day he was sore, and it was more about the workload on Sunday than one thing is to be sore, the other is to be tight, so he was a little bit sore. He ran yesterday, feels good today. we'll go through the whole thing today and see where we at.
How hard is that for him? Because I look at him as a guy that when he gets hot, he's the guy that can hit the ball out of the ballpark and carry you guys.
I mean, it isn't a bat that we need. We know that, and this is even before Roman got hurt because Willie hit in seventh. You know, he provided pop from the lineup. You know, first and second, 2 outs. Seventh hitter hits a homer. He's a 3-run lead. So hopefully we get him back.
How does it? Lastly, for me, how does this go for you right now? Like in terms of how much of this is like trying extra to motivate the guys, give them what they need, versus like you appreciating the moment and then your scoreboard watching? Like, how do you handle all the different things that go into it? And can you just stop and appreciate the fact that like you have a chance to make the playoffs?
That's the best point right there. You know, like today I did my thing, went out, ran a little bit, came back to the house. I was watching TV, and I'm like, hey, kid, man, we got a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, like we're whatever we are in the wild card, we got a chance to catch up with the Yankees. We got a chance to play meaningful games in October, so enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Did you hear that word? He said October.
Enjoy it.
Like that word.
Yeah, there it is. He said it.
All right,
Yeah.
Alex. Good luck tonight, tomorrow, and
Lineup changes, man. No questions.
Oh, you want to?
Oh, we got a little lineup change.
Give me the lineup.
We're going Trevor second, Alex third.
Oh wow.
We're gonna try that one today.
So
Goodness,
we're
he's making
jump
moves.
starting one guy, hopefully.
And
But I
keep
don't
going.
like moving the guy who's hot.
Well, we need traffic. We need traffic. I think the kid is gonna have a good game tonight.
And I dare say this will. I believe this is our last interview with you here in person at Fenway. We'll obviously talk to you next week as well, but we've always enjoyed the in-person interviews, the candor, the friendliness. This is great. I hope it is not our last in-person Fenway interview with you.
Amen to that. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Go Sox.